Most people wait for permission to believe something, permission to take action, permission to see truth. But here's the question: who are you waiting for? Who exactly are these others that you need approval from? Because when you zoom out, you realize that most of them are just repeating what they've been told. They're not thinking, they're not questioning, they're just echoing. We live in a time where at no point in history have human beings been more programmed than they are right now. Everything from the food you eat, to the news you read, to the truths you're told to accept is engineered to keep you compliant. So if you're waiting for the majority to validate your path, you're waiting for approval from the most conditioned generation in human history, and that's the trap. At one point, I believed in safety in numbers. If the majority believed something, I assumed it had to be true. If the crowd moved one way, I felt it was safer to move with them. That's what we've been taught since childhood. Stay with the herd, fit in, don't question too much. But Bitcoin shattered that illusion for me. Bitcoin is the ultimate contrarian teacher. When I first discovered it, every authority told me it was a scam. Every so-called expert dismissed it. Every institution warned against it. And yet, I couldn't shake the feeling that something about it was real. I studied the code, I studied money, and I realized the majority wasn't just wrong, they were blind. The majority often mistakes consensus for truth, but truth doesn't care how many people believe it. 2 + 2 is still 4, even if every news anchor says it's 5. Bitcoin is the perfect mirror for this principle. It's truth in plain sight. It doesn't require belief. It doesn't need a central authority. It simply exists, mathematically, verifiably, incorruptibly. And yet, the fact that most people still don't understand it is proof of how deep the programming runs. We live in a world where lies are repeated louder than truth, where illusions trend faster than reality, where comfort is chosen over clarity. So when the majority accepts something today, that's exactly when you should start questioning it. Bitcoin taught me that contrarian thinking isn't just rebellious, it's necessary for awakening. It's not about being different just to be different. It's about having the courage to see clearly when everyone else is asleep. Because the world has flipped. The majority used to represent wisdom, experience, collective learning, but now the majority represents programming, repetition, and compliance. If you follow the herd today, you'll be led off a cliff, not into safety. Bitcoin reveals that the majority can be completely wrong about something that's 100% true. It's the first time in human history where contrarian thinking is provably right, where you can verify it with code, where truth doesn't depend on opinion, only proof. And once you see that, you can't unsee it. Once you see the truth about money, you start questioning everything else. If the majority was wrong about Bitcoin, what else have they been wrong about? Health, education, food, politics, history. You start realizing how many of your beliefs were installed, not discovered. And that realization is both terrifying and liberating. It's the moment your awakening begins. So think for yourself. Question everything. And when the world calls you crazy, remember, it's a sign that you're seeing clearly in a blind age. Bitcoin isn't just a bet on money. It's a declaration that truth still matters, that consciousness can't be programmed, and those that are willing to stand alone eventually lead the way. This is Dr. Satoshi. If you enjoyed this transmission, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time.